Hi, I'm Nick Pilla. I'm an undergraduate student here, and I'm joined today by Professor Angela Chicha of the Psychological Sciences Department, and she deals specifically with communication sciences.
Yeah, that's right.
So can you tell us a little bit something about what somebody in your profession would do?
Sure. In communication sciences, we have two separate areas. So people can either go into research or into clinical practice. In clinical practice, people specialize in what we call speech-language pathology, and that's working with either adults or children that either need to develop the ability to talk, think, write, read, and something's going wrong with that, or they've lost that ability, either from a disease like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, or stroke, a brain injury. And so what we do is we work with those individuals to retrain them, or train them to start, if we're talking about kids.
Okay.
On the research side, people tend to research in those areas, so they do research in language, in thinking, in speech control, also in swallowing abilities. And so it depends on which career path, so you either are seeing patients or doing research.
Okay, so on the topic of research, if I was an undergraduate student here, how could I get involved in some of that research?
Yeah, what's nice about the communication sciences section is we're actually a pretty small faculty of about 5 people. And so it's really easy to get to know all of us. We all have separate research that we specialize in. We have about 3 members that specialize in childhood issues and 2 members that specialize in adult issues. So if you feel like, oh, I'm really interested in kids stuff, you would go see those individuals. For adult stuff, you would come see the adult folks. But really, we have a lot of open door policy. Just come on in, send us an email, stop by.
Awesome.
Catch us in the hall. We're pretty open to, and wanting to get students involved in research. So all of us have had undergraduate students work with us.
So if I was a first-year student and I was interested in being part of the department, what classes would be important for me to take?
The best place to start is with the COSI 109 course, which is Introduction to Communication Disorders. And what that does is really give you a nice broad perspective of what all is included in the field, what all the different subdivisions are. We're a really large clinical profession. So it gives you a nice overview, get a sense of what it's all about. We also have a health communication minor, which a lot of different majors like to take because it either pre-med, we have pre-law, pre-business, people are interested in the health industry, dealing with how do corporations and doctors and patients communicate with each other about health-related issues, and that's covered in COSI 101. So both of those courses would be really good courses to take as freshmen to get a really nice idea of what goes on in our section of the department.
What do you think students like most about the department?
First and foremost, I think that our students like that we have a lot of interdisciplinary work within the department. So we have, of course, our majors that take courses, but we also have, for example, biomedical engineers that want to take courses because they want to create devices that will talk for people. We have a lot of pre-med students that want to understand how language and speech happens, nursing, pre-dental for anatomy and physiology. All of these professions will, whether they know it or not yet, will come across people that have a communication problem.
Yeah, so it sounds like no matter what you're interested in, there's really a place within communication sciences you can find your interest.
Exactly, exactly. And if you, decide you want to major in the area, of course there's, many more courses after you get the lower level courses done. But what our students really like is that there's a nice mix of people coming in from all over the place to take the classes. We also have an IGS program, or an integrated graduate studies program. So our students that really know they want to be in clinical practice, this is a nice way that they can complete both their bachelor's degree and their master's degree in 5 years instead of 6 years. The master's degree is the clinical practice degree, and so you have to have a master's degree to practice, and this allows you to combine it all together in a shorter time period. So our majors really like that, to have that option available to them.
And lastly, could you tell us something fun or interesting about the department?
Yeah, I think the whole thing is interesting because not everybody knows what a speech pathologist does or what communication disorders is, and we have a lot of volunteer experiences with the Cleveland Hearing and Speech Center. We're housed within the Cleveland Hearing and Speech Center. So a lot of our students get to observe and volunteer with children and families, also with adults with neurogenic diseases. And so they get a hand, even students that are interested in medicine or nursing, like I said, or our own students, they get to see what these patients actually look like whenever they like, because they're right here in the building.
That's great. Yeah. So thank you once again. That was Professor Angela Chicha with Communication Sciences. Thanks for watching.